Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD on the mic, and this is the story about how I lost my virginity. A little bit of warning to you guys. This is by far the most personally embarrassing story that I have in my repertoire. I'm 15 years old, I was a bad kid, and all the kids in my neighborhood were bad as well. No one was getting hurt, we would just go do a whole bunch of stuff that we knew we weren't supposed to do at our ages. This girl that I had dated 3-4 months prior to this story taking place, we're gonna call her Deanna. She invited me to her party given that we were still best friends after me and her had broken up. Now, I get to the party, it started at like 9 o'clock at night, man. We're up in there, we're all dancing, the music is loud, people are bullshitting. It is just a really awesome party, given that her parents weren't home at the time. Now around 1 o'clock or so, her mom and her dad came home, so we had to shut off all the music. Once they shut off all the music, there wasn't really a lot of stuff that we could do that was entertaining to us, given that Deanna didn't really have cable. A couple of other kids suggested that we play Truth or Dare. Anyone who has ever played Truth or Dare before will tell you that Truth or Dare is the connoisseur of bucket nakedness and getting put in the jacked up situations. It's me, Deanna, and a girl, we're gonna call her Emily. Deanna's like right hand female man, 4 or 5 other girls, and this one white girl who lived a couple of blocks over. I never really knew her name, but I'd seen her like 3-4 times before, and this white girl was beautiful, man. She had different colored eyes. I'm a sucker for different colored eyes. Long freaking hair. You know, we're playing, we're all getting dared to like kiss and touch boobs. I'll do it, and we'll all start laughing and joking, because I'm a virgin. That shit was a big deal to me back then for some reason, until it got around to me, and Deanna dared me to kiss the white girl with the pretty eyes. Back then, I did not know how to kiss. I didn't know how to French kiss or nothing. I had been kissed before, but I had done an exceptionally horrifying job. So bad so that the girl who I kissed would just never talk to me ever again. I go and I kiss her, and weirdly enough, I don't fuck it up. Like, the kiss was beautiful. It was like when the Little Mermaid couldn't talk good and Prince Eric was on the ship and the lobster was singing 2 Chainz music or whatever the fuck he had, the band in the background, and the seagull came in there trying to fuck it up and they jumped on his ass, and then he leaned in, and just as he was about to kiss her, he fucked it up. But without the fucked up part happening, if the kiss had happened, that's how beautiful this kiss was, gaming homies. So after I kiss her, I lean back. I'm sitting there, man, you know, I'm feeling all good about myself. I start hearing a couple of people laugh at me. My homeboy, you know, he gets up, he's like, "Hey Maurice, man, come here real fast. Let me holler at you, bro." I follow him outside, and the dude's like, "Yo, bro, man, dude, that girl that you just kissed, her name is fucking Bobby Joe, man." "Who the fuck is Bobby Joe?" He's like, "Dog, you didn't know." You just kissed the bitch with a guy's name, bro. It was my biggest fear as a kid was being laughed at and or embarrassed. You know what? I should stop the video right here, guys. I lost my virginity to a girl named Bobby Joe. Yeah, go ahead, laugh it up. I'll give you some time. Go ahead. So when he told me this shit, I'm freaking out. This is gonna get around school that I've just kissed a chick with a manly name and shit. I go back up in the party. The girl's trying to sit next to me. You know, she's like trying to get close and hold my hand. I'm like, oh, fuck no. Oh, I'm shooing her off me and shit. Like I said, the girl was really freaking pretty. But my biggest fear at that age was being embarrassed, especially in front of people. If it would have got around that I'm actually trying to date this manly sounding chick, it would be game over for the little bit of reputation I already didn't have, goddammit. After like an hour of dodging this freaking chick, I started noticing that the other girls there picking on Bobby Joe, man, because of her name. They're laughing at her, man. They're calling her names. They're teasing her. By the look on Bobby Joe's face, I can tell it's really freaking getting to her. I felt bad for her. You know, I'm a really empathetic person. At one point, you know, they're still roasting her, and she gets up. I could see tears in her eyes. She runs out the back door. I go after her because I had contributed to this ostracification. I was like shooing her off me and whatnot, adding some injuries. She just kissed me. I go out back. She's sitting on the porch and she's crying. I sit down beside her, you know, and I start talking to her. After about 3-4 minutes of me talking to her, you know, I start making jokes to, you know, make her laugh and make her feel better. The next thing you know, this chick is all freaking over me, man. And mind you, like I said, this girl was beautiful physically, man. You know, I'm sitting there thinking like, no, we can't do shit because I know that it's gonna get around. It's gonna just completely ruin any chance that I have of possibly being popular, or at least not unpopular at my school. Deanna's dad had parked his car in the backyard so no one would mess with it. I won't know why, because this goes completely against not wanting anyone to mess with it. He leaves the doors unlocked on the car for some reason. I don't know why. You know, one thing leads to another. We start making out, and since no one's around, I figure, okay, well, you know, coast is clear. We didn't have a place to go because, you know, I didn't have my own place. I'm 15, and she didn't have her own place. She lived with her parents. She's 15 too. We look at the car. We're like, man, you know, hey, man, fuck it. We get into Deanna's dad's car. Now, I had given up hope previously of losing my virginity because of how many times I had been cock-blocked and how many times a selfish-ass chick then had the nerve to lead me on, and then when the shit was about to go down, just straight up tell me no. So I always kept the condom in my wallet. We get in the car, man, you know, we're kissing, we're hugging, one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, it's going down. I'm not believing this. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm actually having sex. And I didn't know a lot about sex back then, but from what I did know from watching excessive amounts of porn, now, this is where shit gets bad. Shit's going down in the car, man. We're like 3-4 minutes into it, and I hear shit. And of course, me, I'm on high alert because I don't want anyone to find us out. I look up and look back out the window to see every single person that was inside of the party. They're outside. They're outside, man. And they're all watching the freaking car. Dude, I don't even exaggerate when I say Deanna, Emily, and 3 or 4 other kids, they had fucking lawn chairs. There was no lawn chairs in her backyard previously when we first came out here because we had to sit on the steps. These motherfuckers had brought lawn chairs from inside the house outside and sat them bitches down outside the car to fucking sit there and watch. One dude has the nerve to be sitting there eating a big ass fucking bag of Cheetos, watching the car like we the main event of the fucking night and shit. Really? This is when the power of virginity comes into play, because even though I was embarrassed as fuck, and that embarrassment would warrant me stopping what was going on, possibly trying to salvage what little bit of a reputation I already didn't possess at the time. I'm a virgin, man, and I am a particularly thirsty virgin. So at the time I'm like, you know what, maybe we should stop. And then right as I thought it, I remembered I had never had sex before, and a lot of chicks had just straight up told me no, and the ones that had told me yes had either then changed their minds to no, or they would coincidentally move or get abducted by aliens or some other shit that a chick would tell me. They had like left their cat at home on the stove and the cat would be allergic to fire, so they gotta hurry up and run home, so we can't have sex now, you know, or ever for that matter. So yeah, I was embarrassed, but nowhere near enough to stop what was going down. I turned my attention back to what I should have been concentrating on, and tell me why I feel the car lurch from the front end. You know, the car's already moving because of what's happening, but I'm not that forceful as to where to make the fucking car lurch, and if I did, it's not gonna happen on the front end. I turn around and look over my right shoulder to see out the front windshield. Tell me why on the other side of the windshield, Deanna's little sister, who we're gonna call Felicia, standing on the front of the fucking car hood, peering into the car from the other side of the windshield with her face pressed up against the glass, using her hands on each side of her eyes as cuffs. Deanna's little sister's fucking 8 years old, man. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, tell me why. Now, a little bit of backstory on Felicia. I say this with the utmost of love, admiration, and just genuine care for all little kids. But I hated this little bitch's guts with every fiber of my being. This little girl was the coming of freaking Satan. The first coming, not even the spawn, the second coming. She was the first Okay, this little girl was evil beyond her years. I couldn't comprehend what made this little girl such a jackass. Dude, okay, every time I saw this little girl, she would make it her mission to try to punch me in the balls. Not even just a regular punch or a jab or a cross. This bitch would get low and try to uppercut me right in my scrotum. And a couple of times she connected. And I'd be laying on the ground holding my balls. And this chick would legitimately stand over me and just laugh in my face. Like, you know, I'm not gonna freaking hit an 8-year-old. And then she would go out of her way to tell on me if she ever found out any sensitive information on me. I don't understand how she was 8 years old and she knew how to blackmail people. She blackmailed me for like 3 months one time. I ended up collectively giving this bitch like $70. At the age of 15, $70 is a lot of money. I don't even know where I got the money from, but I ended up having to give it to this little bitch for her to shut the fuck up, and she still told on me. I hated this little girl so much that I remember this particular incident where I was walking home from school and this car went speeding past me, and I heard this loud thump, like poof, like it had hit something, but I couldn't see anything in the street. Out of nowhere, I hear a oh so familiar demon-like shriek come from the left side of the street. It's Felicia. She screams out, "No! Fluffy!" Now, the only thing that Felicia loved was her fucking cat. It's the only thing that she treated with any type of freaking love, and its name was Fluffy. Apparently, the car that went careening past me, Fluffy had tried to cross the street. If you guys want to check out the second part of the story, which, trust me, you do, you know, I've heard it. Make sure to click here. It should be up. I split it into 2 different parts because the video ran on a little bit long. And with that, click the damn button. I mean the screen. For shizzle.